Hi, welcome back to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to be looking at the Gear Dripper by Cigreen. Cigreen, don't know how you pronounce it, but it's the Gear anyway. I'll just show you in action. Quite an amazing dripper. To be honest with you, if you're... I always said I wouldn't blow the vapour away, but my word. Go on. If you're looking for a sensible little steady eddy dripper, this isn't for you. This really is a serious piece of kit. I've got two Notch Coils in here, and I've got it on my tray Qui, which isn't a genuine one, it's a clone. So just a mech mod. Vapes really well. It's the sort of thing you'd have by your armchair. It's like your pipe, if you like. Very easy to use, beautiful flavour. I've got a lot of drippers in my collection, but I haven't come across one with such a good design as this before, actually, and I've spent a lot more money. So I'll explain the workings of it and why it's so clever. In fact, we'll do that now. I'll go down and show you what's in the box, and you'll perhaps understand a bit more rather than hear me ramble on. Okay, so in the box, normal set of spare goodies: O-rings, screwdriver, couple of coils, yeah, 2 coils, and some spare screws. This little fella, if I can get him out, let's use a tool. This converts the top to a your 510 drip tip if you want it to. I'm not sure. I've got a new light and I don't know if it's too bright and showing things in a bad way, but if it is, then I'll have to make adjustments. But you know, hopefully it's better than I had before. Certainly ought to be what it cost. Lastly, the dripper. There it is with its big, look inside there, with its big chuff drip tip. So obviously that would come out, that would fit in there and put your 510 in. So let's leave the drip tip out. That's it, get it apart for you. In fact, let's take the whole thing apart. How this works is, if you imagine there's the centre, and obviously your cylinder tube fits over the top. Where your air comes in from your, let's try and think how many holes, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 2mm holes each side. So imagine your triangle here of holes. You're taking the air in through here, it's going in through that part and then up into your coil would be here. So there's your coil, straight underneath your coil. I hope you can see that. And it's got an 8mm deep juice well, so you know there's no problems with how much juice you can fit in here. The other nice thing about this system is that if you imagine once that's together and your tube is in place, sorry, it dropped it, let's put that back. These O-rings obviously seal everything that's going on, so the only way it can leak is if you overfill it and it goes in through the top here. But even if it does, that just drops some liquid in the bottom of the air holes, and when you vape, it almost sort of brings that liquid back into the system, so you've still not got juice all over your hands, etc. Okay, velocity decks here, Ever so easy to build. It will take a Clapton coils with ease. These holes here are massive for the posts. I missed a bit. It's 25 millimeters in diameter. It is it's quite a biggie. I mean, it's a bit manly. It's a real, what's called a gear. It's like these notchy, coggy bits here. You know, it's not made full of finesse, but what it does do is work. So let me show you. Let's put a coil in it. I'll put in the same as mine. I'll put a couple of notch coils in there. I'm really not sure how bright. I get the feeling at times this light is bouncing very hard off here. I'm sort of looking at the monitor from time to time. Anyway, I'll stop waffling. It was never, my videos were never about their production. It's just me trying to say to you, you know, these are on our site and this is how you build them. So let's get this notch coil in. In she goes. Now, I don't know, that will actually hold that, but I think we'll just do this one by eye. Okay, so that's in the bottom. Ooh, it's a bit close. Push it out a bit. There we are. Let's just bend that in. In fact, I will hold that there with that. Oh, if I can, let's turn that round. Come on, making this look awkward. This should be easy. Should be one of the quickest builds I've ever done on video. Try and do it so you can't see. There we are. So let's just make sure that's nice and even. There we are. That will do fine. That's the first one. The legs on this are NI 200, so the wires are never going to ping off. So I haven't got to worry about my dogs. Right, next coil. Okay, so that one goes in the top, and that one in the bottom. Okay, that's fine. Let's just draw that in through that side, I think. It'll just help steady that coil. Go on, in you go a bit. Sorry folks, I've just got to try and get that right. And just bend it up a bit. There she goes. That's fine. Cut those. There's that. Okay, I don't think that's far out. Maybe this one wants to just come up slightly. And the wicking of this is so easy. So there we are. Let's see if I can show you. Quite close to the air hole. Try and give you an overall view of those notch coils. For those of you that don't know, they're stainless steel, these notch coils, and the legs, as I've already said, NI200. So let's wick that up. I'll just put my gloves on. I actually came across these drippers by accident because I wanted some notch coils, and Cigreen, being the lovely company they are, sent me a couple of these as samples to try and entice me to buy them, I think. So when they came through, and I wasn't overly sort of excited to try them, but I thought I'll throw a coil in there, and oh, when I tried it I thought wow. So I decided to put a proper order through and stock them. Okay, well, I will have paused the video there because the gloves, or the right hand glove, took forever to get on. I don't normally edit my videos at all, but you know, no one wants to listen to me putting gloves on. Right, so to wick this, sorry, I'm going out of shot and just carrying on regardless. Move that for a second. Japanese cotton, I've already taken off a layer from each side. So to wick them, I reckon probably good sized coils are 5mm. Let's go a bit bigger. Let's go all the way out to here. And we'll just roll that up just for sake. I mean, if you wanted to, you know, do more of a Japanese roll sort of thing, you know, you could, but to save time, I'm just literally gonna roll these wicks up and throw them in there. Let's just pull some off that edge, make it easier to feed. Okay, let's see what that's like for size. Okay, do you know what? You think it's going to be huge, but it's actually all right. May even be, could have been a bit tighter than that, but right. Well, I forgot my little tweezers again. So, but it's quite easy for these. Just to push them straight down each side. And you can see, going back a bit, I was just trying to get an idea of the length. Hopefully you can see right inside there that just goes straight between the airflow and the post and the velocity deck. Fits in there so easily. Right, so I was pretty much right with the length. About there. Cut that off. Oh, get the right end. Go on, in you go. When I use my little tweezers, I just nip them up, push them in there, but doesn't matter, you can still see. Okay, so that's one, and I think, is that going to be long enough? Maybe just about. Just about. I think it'll be good enough for this. No, I'm going to just do another one. Won't take a second, will it? So we go even wider still, I think. I think my tweezers are behind me. I might even just grab them to show you just how easy it is. Okay, we'll just pull a bit off that end. Try that one for size. That's probably a better fit as well, actually. Right. Can I grab them? Yep, I can. They were behind me. Here we are. So, I reckon about... Let's just cut a bit off that there. Make it nice and clean. Now all I do, just grab that there and push it in the corner there, and that's in. That's as simple as that. A lot easier than using this thing. I mean, you can play around with it after, but I think it's easier. So we know the length. We're to about there. Same thing again. Grab that end and just grab that very well there. There we go. And just push that in down the side there. And there we are. You can see inside there. Try and get a nice shot for you. In every corner, that just wicks off those posts, and you've got a huge bit void in the middle, so you don't have to mind where you squirt the juice in through the top. You know, it just works basically. Doesn't go down the airflow. Right, let's just put some of my raspberry twist on here. It's quite a high PG. I must stress again for everyone, please make sure your batteries are capable. And this coil's going to come out at about 0.15, so really heavily into sub-ohm territory here. So batteries, it is very important that you're using the right gear. Really does take squirt some juice down there. You got more side bits as well if you want to just help it, and just squirt some straight down the middle. That can be soaking up. Because they're 5mm coils, it just seems to take juice on board like there's no tomorrow. Take it and take it and take it. This was it's a 10mm bottle, and you can probably see it's taken quite a lot of juice already. And inside, like it's actually still quite dry. Look, that's how much you can pour. Pour a load more in there. Seems fine. Right, so what I'll do is I'll put it back together. I'll use the wider drip tip. So when you put it back together, you can see there's only one way it will fit. You'll find it, there you go, clonk. And then obviously we've just built this, so I'll just wipe that away. Leave that bit of cotton. So you can see through you come. There's your side vent. I usually have mine about there, so I've got about six holes showing. Okay, another quick wipe. It's only because it's first built off the side. Big drip tip on. Let's change that from... that was clever, wasn't it? Will it stand on there? Hopefully. Go on, stand there. Please don't move. So I'll take mine off here. stand there, that's it. Put this one on. There we are. Wow. Okay, camera up the top, and let's see what it vapes like. I've cheated. I've got a head start today. Okay, welcome back. I did cheat. I had a little crafty vape, but let's show you this in action. Absolutely. I'll better come back a bit so you can see. I'll be filling the room. Like I say, it's not for the faint-hearted. If you're looking for something, a dripper that's sort of sensible and a bit like, vaping a sub-ohm tank, then I wouldn't say this is for you. This really is for someone who wants to do a bit of cloud chasing and blow the clouds. If you want that, this is, this would be good for you. Just keeps coming. So I'll conclude there and finish up. These are available on our site, so the link will be down below. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe until my next video. Thank you. Bye for now.